Yes. Welcome back to another stream. We've got a press conference reaction. Pep's been speaking ahead of the final days of the Premier League. The 22-23 season comes to a close. Everything's pretty much done now, though, other than relegation. Obviously, for us, the season's pretty much over. We've just got 2 pre-season games. United obviously secured Europe last night with Newcastle. Pretty mad. I kind of it's weird because we're not seeing anything happen on the last day of the season other than relegation, but the relegation thing's something to look forward to, I think.
Yeah, the relegation, I guess. I just want to say something, man. This season has gone by rapid. It's probably the fastest season I've ever had.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when I was thinking about it, and I was thinking like when we did the champagne spray, me and LB last year. That don't feel long ago. That at all.
No, I know. Like I went to our very first home game of the season. It was against Bournemouth. I think it was like 40 degrees. Do you remember they'd had like the water stands, the Etihad and stuff? They were saying bring your own water. Like,
yeah.
It was dangerous heat. I remember standing in the Etihad 4-0 up in my seat, sweating bollocks, being like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like this is horrible. It was so hot. But that feels like a month ago. It's mad how much has happened in the last 9 months.
It's weird though because and we've had a World Cup in between as well.
And man, the World Cup doesn't feel like it was this season.
Nah, it doesn't. It's so weird. It's such a genuinely strange season, man. It's gone rapid, but at least we've won it, and we're in 2 more trophies. So the season's not over for us as a whole. But the Premier League is definitely done. So Pep's been speaking, and he says this. He says, on injuries and fitness. He says some of them are getting better. Obviously, a few people have been feeling it a little bit. He said getting better, some of them. We'll see tomorrow in training. We decided how fit they are for the last game of the season. We need to keep our rhythm before the long week, which is right. Which is right. Which is what we've all been speaking about. Is kind of got to go a little bit stronger against Brentford because then the next week is an FA Cup final. The week after that is your Champions League final. They're the only 2 games. It's that kind of last chance to get sort of a bit of warm up, really. He said
momentum.
Yeah, that's it. Momentum going into it.
Like we always pride ourselves in the fact that we like to play regularly and we like to win every single game that we play because winning breeds winning. You know, we all laughed at the Arsenal fans and they said, you know, bigger fish to fry. They want to exit this competition, that competition, and we said, nah, we like to win every game.
Everything,
It breeds a winning culture. If you breed a winning culture, you're more likely to win your game. So I think to go into that FA Cup final.
I'd
still back us even if we're to draw 10% that you'll want. So I want to win it, man. The game management is key, imitation and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah, I agree with what I heard. Some things have just cut out. Can you hear me? Yeah,
like a win.
Can you hear me? You?
Can you hear you now? Yeah, sorry, probably me.
Yeah. No, it just dipped out. It just dipped out twice. But yeah, we do need to McDonald's Wi-Fi. Did you just say? Or is that just what I read in the chat?
No, it's me, man. It's me. My Wi-Fi is moving mad for ages now. Some days it's fine, some days it's shit. But you know, it is what it is.
The video doesn't help, innit? Discord soon come.
No.
Yeah, no. The winning mentality, 100% a thing, and getting the momentum before that game is definitely, or for the next 2 games is something that we can look at. That's why I kind of gassed that we didn't lose against Brighton because we still have that winning streak going. Hughes dipped. I don't know. He's having a bad time on the internet, innit? Oh, he's fully dipped as well. Hang on, I can let me solo me for a bit. There we go. Oh, that's going all over the place. Get rid of that scoreboard. Yeah, so apparently, breaking news. Put 50p in the meter. Breaking news, and it is that City have no players definitely ruled out against Brentford. Obviously, it was all sweating about. Can you hear me, by the way? Yeah, was all sweating about Phil Foden. He looked good the other day, but nah. No players are definitely ruled out, which is good. He said on his City team selection against Brentford, he said if the players are available, will take the team to win the game. And he said that he's going to play the game as strong as possible, which is good. Carson, obviously, he has had a new contract, Carson, so maybe we can go full strength and then have Carson, but I don't think we will. Ake back, but it looks like it. He said that was definitely no one out. No one is definitely ruled out against Brentford, so we're pretty chill. Which is looking good for City. That's looking. Is Ake back in training? I'm not I guess so. I mean, to be fair, Pep said that he's going to check everyone's training tomorrow and see what the situation is. Pep said, racism everywhere. This is on the Vinicius Junior thing. Racism everywhere, not just in Spain with Vinicius. We should all accept diversity. We are still far from that. I'm not so optimistic, especially knowing Spain, that this will happen. Yeah, obviously the situation in Spain is a mess. Absolute mess with Vinicius. And a lot of people are now talking about whether Vinicius will change his mind and want to leave Real Madrid. And get off, maybe. Yes, Patrick Colley, mate. See you in Istanbul, bre. Yes, bro. Oh, hang on. Hugh, I just seen Hugh's popped back in. Hang on. Let's see if. Let me just see if this will work. If I go like that and then go like that. Whoa, switching. Yes, Hugh. Oh, okay. Hang on.
Me or what it is, because it works fine on StreamYard, but can you hear me fine, yeah?
Yeah, sound good.
All right. Sorry about that, people.
10 out of 10. Just said there that Pep's going to go strong against Brentford, which is good. Said that he's going to start a strong team, which is sick.
Yes. The thing for me is you just don't want to take the foot off the gas. You don't want the players to have... That would be a 2-week break, from playing a game that actually matters, tossed up to the FA Cup final. So you want them to feel like the foot has to go back on the gas somewhat. Mm-hmm. You can obviously speak with them and tell them, listen, you won't play the full 90 minutes, but when you're on the pitch, I want you to go for it, go ham. None of this, pours of football, none of this chill mode that we saw at Brighton. I get at Brighton, it was okay to do that because, you celebrated 2 days before and whatnot, but this should be viewed as like this is part of the preparation for the FA Cup final. So prepare as you mean to go on. Yeah,
pure prep. He said that he's started to prepare for the FA Cup final against United, reviewing their recent games, which you'd like to expect, given the fact that we're going to be playing them soon. He said the best way to play the upcoming finals is for the players to be as disconnected as possible and just treat them as another Premier League game. Go with families, play golf, not overthink it.
Yeah, this is what we want to see. But the thing, I don't like some of his comments that I saw. I don't know, was it in this press conference or somewhere else? But he said he's got something big planned for Man United.
That's this. He says, Pep Guardiola says he has a big idea about his Man City starting lineup to face Manchester United in the FA Cup final.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Can we just swerve the big ideas?
No, fuck your big ideas, Pep.
Yeah, we don't want no big ideas no more.
Stop being so bald, man. Stop being so bald and just do what's been working.
Yeah, we don't need big ideas. We need simple ideas. Simple ideas. I swear, man. If he overthinks these last 2 games, I'll cry my eyes out. And also, we don't have a Croatian in our team, do we? So we have that jinx against us already for the Champions League final. If one of his big ideas is to go get a Croatian like last minute in, then
I thought that's what he was doing when he was looking at that Hadjuk split centre half, the 16-year-old. Just have a Croatian in the ranks.
A Croatian.
Any Croatian.
Yeah. Rodri centre back though. Yeah, Adam says Rodri centre back incoming. Better not be Rodri centre back. Tanner says, "Oh no, don't." If Rodri plays centre back this weekend, that stinks of Rodri playing centre back.
I don't think he will. Surely to God, Rodri's not playing centre half.
He can't do that.
Why would he? We have 5 centre halves and they're all fit.
Yeah, they're all fit. He can't do that to us. He can't do that.
He won't.
He can't do that. Pep said he was impressed by United yesterday, so I have to prepare well. I didn't see a lot of the United game. I only saw like the last half an hour or so. I thought it was very open, United. I thought Chelsea had a lot of chances as well.
I watched the whole thing, and you can call me salty or bitter if you're a United fan in the chat, but it flatters you. The scoreline flatters Manchester United so much yesterday. They conceded chances. If Chelsea had a half decent striker or a striker, they could have scored 3 or 4 goals. That performance yesterday was not good, and Man United fans that I've spoken to since then on the Big Six and whatnot, they agree with me. They're real in the fact that if they play like that against us in the FA Cup final, they'll get beat because it wasn't a good performance. Yeah. I mean, that Chelsea team is absolutely muck, so I wouldn't take that too seriously. But they still won. Yeah,
still got the win, and obviously it's important for them to obviously securing top 4. Pep says, I have a plan for United and Inter. You have to prepare differently. I have to see how many players I have. If they're fit, I'd be careful anyway. But after yesterday and their games recently, we are going to prepare the best we can. That's fine, isn't it? As long as it's not no big ideas, isn't it?
No, I don't want no special plans, Pep. I don't want no big ideas. Keep your big ideas.
We don't want no plan that you've kept in a safe for the last 3 years that you're going to pull out. It's Pep's the kind of stubborn guy to go, I'm telling you, no CDM in a Champions League final will work. It just didn't work against Chelsea. I will show you it will work, and then run it.
Don't say that. He is so stubborn.
He's so stubborn that he'll be like, my idea was right, the execution was wrong. I'll show you this time round.
Oh no. He will as well.
I can't deal with that. I cannot deal with that. Ted Lasso needs a figure like me to be excess, says Pep Guardiola. The entire Guardiola family is a fan of the show, the Man City Boss reveals. If you've not already seen it, I've literally only just started the new season of Ted Lasso, so it kind of got spoiled for me, but Pep Guardiola is in the new season of Ted Lasso. People are saying that it was 10 out of 10 acting as well.
I've never watched it. I've seen the clip.
I've not got up to it yet. Yeah, I didn't watch the clip in it. I seen a screenshot of it, and I was like, nah. During the auto plays, insta scroll me. I was like, nah, I don't want to see that.
Did they film that on the last day of the season, or are they all paid actors in the stand?
I'm gonna guess they're paid actors. They're more like the paid actors. Like when they dip about, usually it is paid actors and like extras.
Oh,
no, it's pretty. Have you seen any of Ted Lasso?
No.
You should genuinely watch it. It's actually a really good show. Genuinely, it is a really good show. It's sick. Johnny Lara says it's CGI, so yeah, they're probably just CGI him in or whatever.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, we don't have real fans in it, so we have to CGI him in.
This is true. I forgot about that. I forgot we have no fans.
Yeah. Pep on his approach for the finals. He says, whatever is fine. Now it's a question of relaxing your mind as much as possible, maintaining your game. That's why Brighton and Brentford will help. We'll spend 30 to 45 minutes in training and in the game.
The key words there are relax your mind, Pep.
Yeah.
Keep the big ideas in the book.
I feel
no
like
one needs to see them.
I feel like he's talking to himself in these press conferences. He's not talking about the players. He's talking about himself. He needs to relax his mind.
Main character syndrome, man. He needs to chill out.
Everything, it's all about me. Like, it's all about him, innit? Like, that's what he needs. He needs to just chill out, man. Pep on Ted Lasso again. Man speaks a lot about Ted Lasso, loads on Ted Lasso here. He says, Pep on Ted Lasso filming with and at City. He says, we are so proud they know who we are. And he said, when they offered a cameo, I said, why not? And I could meet the actors. We're so proud to make Man City who we are. These are the steps to show how we can build on the past.
Pep's on a side quest, man. He completed football, so he's on a side quests.
Man's like, I want the manager of the year, but I also want an Oscar.
Yeah, man. He wants to take over the acting game now.
Yeah. Basically, his plan is complete the treble, finish with football, he's jumping into acting.
Yeah, you'll see Pep in the new Avatar or some shit now in a few years.
He'll be, yeah. What they call them now, or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called, them blue people. He'll be one
blue people.
Blue people. Is that racist?
Blue Pep, man.
Blue Pep. Yeah.
Yo, you got to make a graphic of that now that we've said that. You got to make some sort of an out of that.
Yeah.
Pep and Avatar.
Yeah. Peppertar, innit? Yeah. Pep world domination. Facts. Pep the new Vin Diesel is taking over in Fast and Furious. He'll be in Mad Max. To be fair, he'd fit in Mad Max, wouldn't he? He'd definitely fit in Mad Max. Pep on the treble. It says, they know what position we're in. Once in a lifetime, becoming Premier League champions 3 games before the end and play 2 finals. You have to relax, enjoy and do your best. No one can assure we will be in that position again. Yeah, obviously, it's hard to be in the position as we know the treble has only been done once by Manchester United, and it's just difficult when you get to these stages. Obviously, we've not done it yet. Still got to win our 2 games. But to be, like he says there, to be in this position now, that's sick. To be in this position that we're in now, to have 2 finals and we can do a treble, that we are lucky, man, as fans.
They need to just rechannel the kind of mentality they had around that Bayern game, around that Real Madrid game, because everybody's basically saying, like, on the Big Six, all the lads are saying, you've already won the treble. You're going to beat United. You're going to beat Inter Milan. Like, it's a landslide. It's done. Treble's done. The whole world's written off United. The whole world's written off Inter Milan. The players can't buy into that. They need to stay tunnel vision. They need to stay hungry. They need to stay on their game. So preparation is so key for this. I wouldn't listen to any outside noise if I was them. They need to go back into that mentality that they had for that 25 unbeaten streak, whatever we're on right now, because that's what will win. We go into both those games at our best, prepared mentally and physically and tactics wise. They don't beat us. Neither of them beat us.
I agree.
It's all about how we prepare.
I agree. We are better than both them sides. And we've
Comfortably.
played better teams already and beat better teams this season. So
How are you gonna tell me like you beat Bayern Munich the way we did, beat Real Madrid the way we did, Liverpool 4-1, Arsenal 4-1, and then we don't beat Man United or Inter Milan? Nah.
if we step up to the levels of the Real Madrid and Bayern game, I don't see a way that United or Real Madrid beat us. I mean, or Inter Milan beat us.
I think we slap them both up if we get that level. That Real Madrid level is one of the highest levels of football I've ever seen Manchester City play. We hit that level. I think we slap them both up. Genuinely.
I just think it's peak football, man. And the Bayern game and the Real Madrid game were honestly some of the best shows of displays that we've seen this season. It was unreal to see City at that. It was peak football to see us at that high level doing that kind of football against two of the best teams at the time. Bayern were one of the best teams in Europe.
When we beat Real Madrid 4-0 there, I was walking out of the stadium and my dad rang me when I was walking towards town from the Etihad, and he goes, "Now listen, he's in his late 60s, and he says he thinks that's possibly the best European performance from an English side ever."
Yeah, I mean, even commentators saying that. Commentators saying that. Like,
so we hit that level. United and Inter Milan don't beat us. That's bottom line.
Crazy. Crazy, man. I just got to say we got to prepare for all these games and not let the players kind of shut off from the season and think it's done, because it's not done yet. It's not over for us. We need to keep moving and keep the levels high, which is why we should start strong this weekend.
See, something that they maybe got wrong last time naively because they hadn't been there before was I felt the celebrations from winning the league carried on too long and got too close to Porto, if you know what I'm saying. They didn't move on to the next objective quick enough. It was kind of like a prolonged hangover from, you'd won the league. It was we just got it back after Liverpool won of the season before. So they enjoyed themselves too much. Remember, there was loads of clips of them going to restaurants and nights out and all that kind of thing. When the reality was they should have postponed that until after the Champions League final and done it all then. So that for me contributed slightly. I think this time I'd like to think they had their night out Sunday, possibly a little something Monday, Brighton Wednesday then, and then after that it's just full focus, no more distractions.
I feel like we're fortunate in the sense that we've won the league a week early, because it gives us that. I mean, we had that celebration now. Now we can move on and focus. Italian Style with a 5 says, "Are you heading to Wembley and Istanbul? ? Need the matchday vlogs. I always like watching the matchday experience."
I appreciate you supporting the vlogs. All of you who support the vlogs, big love to you. I am definitely going to Wembley. I have Wembley booked, so I'll be at the final, the FA Cup final. Istanbul, I'm 50-50. I'll keep it real with you people. It's an expensive trip. It's a very, very expensive trip. So I'm due to go to New York with the Big Six 2 weeks after. So I don't know if I can afford the whole lot, but I'll do something. I will definitely have some sort of content, whether it's in Manchester with Jordy Porty and LB or something, but we'll make sure to have loads for you.
You're gonna see Hugh. Yeah, basically. You're not gonna be you're gonna be Hughless.
No one wants to be Hughless.
No one wants to be Hughless, isn't it? Ernesto, yes, Ernesto. Long time no see, mate. Hope you're well. Welcome back to the Xtra Club. Massively appreciated. And also, he's super chatted with $20. Yes, Ernesto, mate. He says, yes, Jordan in chat. Yes, Ernesto. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope the family's good. Emil with a 5 month says, "If we play our best, we destroy both Inter and Manchester United." Let's go. Massively agree, as we just said there. It's massively
agreed.
Benno with a 2 said, "Gone rapid this season. The comeback versus Spurs feels like a month ago." It does, and that was in what, Feb?
January, wasn't it?
Was it January? So and it's now May. It's nearly June. Like, it's crazy, man. Benno also said the super chat took a while to go through because we were speaking about this before, innit? But
that's all right. It's all right. Big love for the super chat though. I remember going to the Emirates for that game that we beat them 3-1 Arsenal on the 15th of February, and I'm still buzzing off it. Like, I remember the feeling I got when Grealish scored the goal, Haaland scored the goal, and I'm still buzzing. It feels like a couple of weeks ago, and then we went and drew to Nottingham Forest. So I don't know what's happened this season, but it's been wild, man. Wild.
It is crazy. I feel like the Spurs comeback was around the time where Pep. That was when Pep went sick afterwards, wasn't it? Pep went. Do you know when we went
to Dortmund away in October? That feels like a different season.
It does. Yeah. Feels like a completely different season. That doesn't feel like
it's before World Cup.
Yeah. That's mad. It's such a weird season, man. Such a weird season. Pep has spoke about Scott Carson, the GOAT himself. He says, Scott Carson, obviously, people that don't know, we should know, Scott Carson has signed the new City contract until 2024. He just renewed for another year, just as he did last year, which is mint. He said, Scott Carson, an important figure for us. Everyone listens when he talks. He deserves this new City contract. I completely agree. Apparently, he's really, really, really good in the dressing room. Really good to have around the team. I had a feeling that maybe we'd have just like put him on as a coach, like another coach. Like I know we've got Richard Wright still, but just get another coach in there, just a standard coaching role, just because I didn't know a new deal was coming. But just like that, Scott Carson, new deal. And he also says he helps take quality training sessions, especially after a game. We have him in the locker room with the staff. You cannot believe the impact he has. We are very pleased to have him at Manchester City.
I would love his job, man. I would love Carson's job. He just knocks around the training ground all day, just chilling with the boys.
Because with goalkeepers in the Premier League, right, you get like a medal to give your goalkeepers in it because the backup job is still a thing. So like, Stefan Ortega's got a Premier League medal, although has only played once in the Premier League for us. Or
I think they give everybody a medal at this point. They just give the whole everybody who's in the squad, and if they don't get it on the actual final day, the club requests more medals and give it to those.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking about the Champions League. If we was to win the Champions League, would Carson get another Champions League? He's been a lot of match days squads, yeah. So like that'd be because he's won one before, hasn't
he? He'll be a two-time Champions League winner.
Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it? Two-time Champions League winner, I bet gas. Still though, I'm buzzing for Scott Carson. He's a very important person to have in our dressing room. Hence why, even when he's not in the match day squad, he will be definitely with the team. He's always there.
I know we joke around about it all, and it's a bit of a meme, the whole Scott Carson thing. But you know, Pep being a perfectionist, and the club like to have absolutely everything right and keep the winning thing going. So if they feel Scott Carson is a massive part of that environment, and just even for player morale and the way he helps younger players, it's within our interest to keep him at the club, even if he doesn't kick a ball. Just the fact that he's good vibes, as mad as it is to say, or his personality, whatever it does for the rest of the lads, they like having him around, and the team's winning. Keep him there, man. We don't know the extent of what he offers, other than the fact that he seems to be good crack, but he clearly offers something. They wouldn't be paying him a wage that he's on unless he was doing something that is helping the team move forward. So, listen, if they feel this is the right move, who on earth are we to challenge that?
Very true. Very true. I'm gassed with it, man. Like the fact that I get he's chilling, he doesn't really play football for us, but he's not there to play football for us. Scott Carson isn't there to be our goalkeeper in any games whatsoever. If he does play against Brentford, I'd find that funny. Like if he just came on for the last 10 minutes, something like that, just to throw him on for a laugh, and obviously with a new contract. But do I think it'll happen? No, because that's not why he's there. He's there for the team. He's there for the team, and he clearly has a major impact on that. And you can see that in the documentaries that City have done. You can see the impact of Scott Carson there.
He's one of the lads, man.
He is. And that's why he's a GOAT, man. That's why he's a GOAT. Long may it continue. I want this guy to genuinely keep getting contracts year after year. If Scott Carson got a 5-year contract, I would not be upset. I'd have been like, yes, another 5 years of Scott Carson, because he needs to be there.
I think as long as Pep's at City, I think Carson will be there too. I think Pep loves him.
Yeah, I think Pep loves him. Sam Martin says, don't forget as well, he saved the pen on his debut for us. Didn't he save it, but then it got hit in anyway? It was against Newcastle, wasn't it?
It was.
He saved the pen.
Ferran Torres scored the hat-trick that day, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I think he saved the pen. I think I get it right. I think he saved the pen, and then they scored it anyway, but he did save it. So, and something that Edison can't do, isn't it? This is a genuine question. Has Edison ever saved the penalty for us? A genuine question. Yeah. I don't think I can. I can't remember.
Someone in the chat will definitely know.
Someone in the chat has got that brain in it that will know in it. But I genuinely, he has. Raphael says he has.
Can someone remind me of which one?
Oh, Napoli 2017. Okay, so he saved quite a few. I genuinely just can't remember him saving any against Palace as well. Okay, that's fair. Fair. I'm not shitting on Edison there, innit? I was just trying to think if he has actually saved anyone.
Oh, it'd be funny yeah, he had a big one against Aubameyang. Do you remember that?
Nah, bro,
it's time ago now. I just remember it.
Yeah, I sleep and then it doesn't exist anymore. The play ratings are a struggle for me after every game because I've been to sleep.
Same. I thought it was just me,
bro. I'm like, what? Look, LB's got like big brain in it, so LB's like retains all this information. But LB does a smart thing, right? Because the day of the play ratings, he'll rewatch the match. I never think like that. he rewatches the match, or he'll watch like match of the day on the day just so he can like remember shit that's happened. I don't think like that. It's a great thing to do. I don't think like that, so I just turn up and think, oh, I'll just remember what happened, and then I can never remember. When we were talking about Kevin De Bruyne yesterday, bro, I didn't even know the guy played. I was like, Kevin De Bruyne played football for us? Like, I was like, what?
Me and you were just lazy. That's our problem. We're just lazy. He was grilling me. He was grilling me on the last player ratings or 2 player ratings ago because I was at the game against Chelsea and I was on the player ratings the next day and I was a party in the Etihad and he was like, "So what'd you think of this player?" I was like, "Bro, don't know."
Yeah, I'm on that as well. I'm like, yeah, I think he was all right. It is what it is. Brian says, "Can we break it?" Right, by the way, that's Pep's press conference finished. That's he is finished. He's done there. There'll be more at 10:30 tonight if you want to go follow City Extra on Twitter and you want to see what else he says. Can we break any records on Sunday? I mean, if Haaland scores something like 10 goals, he'll break Nick Tedeschi's record. Other than that, I think we're pretty all out on records.
No more records now.
I can't think of any anyway.
Do you know what? I want to raise a small conversation topic here that it just dawned on me last night. I think is absolutely mental. Could Julian Alvarez secure the greatest quadruple of all time this season? World Cup, and Treble. Premier League, FA Cup.
And on that, where does that put him in Ballon d'Or shouts? Like, he's not going Ballon d'Or, but he's got to be on that list.
But and the thing is, his goal to game ratio and his goal per minutes ratio is sick as well. So it's not as if he had no impact. The guy cooked when he was on.
Yeah. The guy does slap.
And a lot of Argentinian fans and people who watch the World Cup obviously believe that the introduction of Julian Alvarez and the taking out of Lautaro Martinez was the game changer for Argentina. So he's had an influential season.
I tell you what can happen, by the way, for the guy who asked about record breaking. If Erling Haaland scores 3 goals, he'll break Tommy Johnson's Manchester City record for most goals in a single top flight campaign, which was 38 in 1928-29. I only know that because Freddie's asked me to do a graphic for it just in case it happens.
Sorry, what's the record?
It says it'll break Tommy Johnson's Man City record for most goals in a single top flight campaign. So
I thought he did that ages ago.
God knows.
I thought he surpassed Tommy Johnson ages ago. Was it not some other record Tommy Johnson had then?
Don't know. It's 38 goals anyway. So,
but he's on 37 now, isn't he?
He's on 37 now, yeah. So it's only 2 you need now. It's just not. You just need 2. And also, this weekend is Man City's 1,000th Premier League game.
Rah, big club.
1,000 Premier League games for Manchester City this weekend. That's crazy. Oh wait, no, he's on 36. I keep thinking he scored the other day.
Yeah, same.
I keep adding that one on. That's what I did in my brain. Then I added that one on. That's why I said it's not been updated, but he didn't score in it because he got ruled out. Yeah. See, look at us. Don't remember shit.
We're frauds.
Leng with a 13 months. Yes, Leng, over a year now, mate. He said, don't worry about the Croatian look in the Champions League. Jack Grealish has Croatian connections in his blood, plus Alvarez owns them.
Does he?
I think he might be just chatting there. Just Croatian connections.
Grealish is Irish. He's from Galway.
Irish, yeah. So not
sure. No Croatian in there.
Yeah. I know what Leng's talking about, innit? But big up Leng. Appreciate you for 13 months. Jack Grealish. That means Croatian name, innit? Grealish. Grealish. That'd be it. Jack Grealish. That's it. One. That's the one. That is the one. So he don't. That's negative. That he says Simone Inzaghi has never lost a cup final. The Inter Milan manager.
First time for everything, mate.
Yeah, records are made to be broken.
Big plans, big ideas.
Big ideas. Pep says. You know what I mean? We're about to cook. He's had 7 as well. Oh, actually, Julian Alvarez has not lost a cup final either.
This is true. Is there anybody else?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Oh, the egg is against us. Yeah, the egg's not in our favour. Do you remember that video of the egg?
Yeah, but we already beat the egg. We beat Real Madrid.
Nah. The egg had us beating Real Madrid.
Oh,
We beat
fuck the egg. Fuck the egg.
Fuck the egg. Fuck the egg.
Scramble that shit, man. We don't need that.
Scrambled, mate. Patrick with the 2 says, LB watching this fuming at YouTube. Why? You can't be fuming at us. This is great conversation. Talking about eggs.
What have we done?
Maybe it's because he's the mystic egg, innit? And we're talking about scrambling eggs.
Just so people know, LB's not here because he's gone to get a scan on his ACL.
Yeah, because the ACL thing, as much as he likes to play it down, is actually real. We just joke about it. He did actually do his ACL, and his eyes actually gone for a scan. So when we like joke about it and that and say, oh, ask him about his ACL and that as if it's a joke. Nah, he has actually done his ACL. We just made a joke of it.
So next stream, make sure you ask him how his ACL is. ACLB.
ACLB is what it is now. So if you're in this stream now, we need you to make sure you ask him, innit? Because he's a bit sensitive about it. How did he do his ACL? Well, he's not played football for ages, and he thought he'd give it a little go in the garden, and in garden out here, and he'd done it. It was like, oh, I felt a bit of pain there. So he's done ACLB. It's true. So next time you see him, make sure you climb ACLB, not just LB. So
just show some respect, people. He's a bit sensitive about it,
He's on the touchy side about that ACL.
Yeah.
Right. That's enough from us before we start chatting more shit. We'll do a stream later. Not sure. Kind of thinking maybe a Premier League preview. We can look at like the who can get relegated, stuff like that. Obviously, top of the league's pretty dead now. We can sort it out though. But stay tuned. Make sure you press notifications on so you know that when we're going live later. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
We will.
We will.